So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. Be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So once we get connected the network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened one. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take a few minutes for ourselves to clarify how this practice, how this meditation will help for us to develop our wisdom. So when it comes to wisdom, one of the way that you can see it, that you have to bring your internal change. The change regarding your own life, your own character, not about the world. But most of the time we want to be the same, but we try to claim this outside change. So then always remember, another thing is, the one of the best quality that you gain, the good result you gain, you start to see your own thoughts. So most of the time we try to see that other things regarding the outside world, but we don't see that what happens inside us. So seeing your own thoughts and bring the change to your own character. And the other thing is purifying yourself. So that is a very important thing, that when it comes to us, and sometimes we categorize ourselves and we reject ourselves. That is one of the misery. You know, we compare our own life to outside world, and deeply inside our own heart, or our own mind, within our own life. We are rejecting our own path. But when it comes to this wisdom path, remember, there is no any kind of rejection, because it is you. You can't categorize as good or bad, and you can't throw something away from you. This everything help you to become like this. So that's why it is a transformation. From this point to that point, you're not going to bring something different. This, as example, the transport, so just imagine the bus or the plane or the train or the car or anything. When you transport, it's not a kind of like you disappear from a location and appear from another location. No, even the vehicle is not you suddenly disappear something and appear somewhere else. It's a journey, but it's the same thing, but it's a process. So then you have to be very clear with your own life, because when it comes to this whole practice, our main purpose is purifying our own thoughts, not rejecting and push away or throw away and bring something. It's not like that. So purifying means the same thing, you transform to something. So then just imagine that whatever the things that you experience as miserable, as horrible, as bad, as, difficult, as wrong, so as minus, as unprofitable, as unwholesome. So whatever you experience, there is the other side of it. Sometimes we didn't see it. So purification of the mind means you are capable to see the other side of that, the same thing. So when it comes to that, so whatever the qualities that you have in the very first level, you have to accept it rather than rejecting. Don't afraid to be open to that. Just accept and be open to it. And once you accept it, from that point, you no need to continue the same thing. And this transformation come out of the clarity that you develop within your own understanding. So once you accept, that acceptance itself bring the transformation. That is the beauty. It's not a kind of like a different, you jump to different state. It's a maybe very tiny change, but you don't see it. But by the time you start to gain the result. So when it comes to the banyan trees, the seed is, it's smaller than mustard seed. But look, that it's how it, little by little by the time, how it transforms. It's not like, suddenly overnight it's jump from seed to a huge tree. It's a process. So then yourself, your wisdom path, your liberation, your nibbana, your transformation is a process. But the thing is, we are the one who not allow ourselves to allow that process happen. We are the one who block it. We are the one who reject it. We are the one who, hold it inside us. So when it comes to meditation, one of the major important things, just allow things to be there as it is and accept it. So when it comes to that purification, then remember whatever they are, whoever you are, accept and then transform it. So it's not, oh, I don't like who I am, I want to be somebody else. It's not like that. You are enough so far in this journey and accept as who you are. So in this journey of this process of enlightenment, you are already on the way. That's why you're hearing this. So, but from so far you came on in this journey, so you are on the way, not you are out of the way. So that is something that you have to understand. You are not somewhere else, you are on the way. Only thing is that the process that the path we have to go. Maybe it is tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, maybe 1 mile, 100 miles, but you are on the way. So that's enough. Learn to accept it rather than rejecting. So keep it kind of like the ground level for you. And when it comes to this wisdom path, there are certain qualities. So practicing meditation is deeply the method to purify ourselves without indulging, without kind of like empowering that our own inner mental formations or the sanskara or the cankers. So we allow things to settle down, and that is the process of tranquility meditation and developing an undisturbed mind. So that undisturbed mind means you shut down, you neutralize, you silence that your inner communication, inner conversation, collaboration, and allow things to settle down. So once it comes to that, your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, consciousness, organs and the consciousness start to settle down there. So that is where you gain the undisturbed mind. So that is a process. And from there, you can develop the very vipassana level to understand how things come to be as they are. And but in the basic level, as ordinary people, from the ancient time to today, through many cultures, civilizations, and backgrounds, we develop a method to study. So this study part will empower your outside knowledge. So this inside wisdom and the outside knowledge, two different things. But at the same time, there is a way that you can harness these two things and use this outside method to empower your inside wisdom. So in the ancient time, according to this old ascetic practice, directly that, kind of like a sannyasi become a yogi, directly you can go into that path. But everybody can't do it. As when you maintain this household life, and sometimes we have some duties, responsibilities, our obligations, and situations, environment. No, we can't go beyond that. We have to accept and we have to be there. And sometimes there are situations come in your family life, so you have to be there. So then what you do, you forget that everything, you keep that everything away and you go and be there. And sometimes there are more important things come, but still you say, oh, I have to be there. So like that in this household life, sometimes we have to be there. Maybe you see the other path. Maybe you have seen the monks, the yogis, the meditators, and you have seen the meditation centers, that you have seen the retreat places, but sometimes you have no choice. And you have to be there in this conventional life as ordinary people. There are many reasons for that. So you don't need to argue with it. Just accept it. But today I'm going to give you some kind of information. Even though you have to be there, using that environment, how you can empower yourself to getting to wisdom path. So then you can't complain, oh, I can't do it because I do this, that kind of like. So wherever you are, be there and be who you are. And at the same time, there is a method you can transform. So there are 5 principles for that from the ancient time. This is the ancient wisdom that come through this Buddha's teaching. So there are 5 methods that the principles that you have to follow to actually, it categorized to 5 principles, because when it comes to our logical mind, it is very easy for us to, when we go with numbers, that's why. Otherwise, this is all together. But only for practice point of view, we mention 5 points. So one is sutta. So sutta means you always have very open mind to know, to look, to hear, and develop your external knowledge and read books and open to others and listen to others. And you master it as a skill with the idea to find the truth. So that is the sutta. So always remember then, every day at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 13 minutes, that the 50 minutes, 1 hour. Keep it for that. And then look yourself. And sometimes you have to be hard on you to transform. Because this transformation not going to happen every day. There is a time. So then yourself, remember, this opportunity not going to be there for you every day. So once you have it, use it. So then every day, at least put some time to develop that, gain brand new knowledge to yourself. Listen to that. Look around and see what is happening, what is new. So that is sutta. So opening to outside knowledge. And datta. So the datta means what you hear, you have to clarify. You have to be very clear with what you heard. So when you heard something, so when it comes to that, 5 minutes enough for a day. So whatever the 5 minutes what you heard, be very clear with it. Don't have a doubt regarding it. Question it. Go for it. And analyze deeply. And then maybe it will take you different path, but still look into it and deeply analyze, recognize. Like how the goldsmith, analyze the gold. Many ways. Washing, brushing, burning it, And sometimes maybe you have to bite it, to see, is this real? So like that, when you hear something, that one of the things, even though today we have so much information, we are living in an information world, but it is very rare that the truth come to us. And so don't blame to outside world, don't blame to these machines or the technology. It is your responsibility, because you don't have mental effort, strength to analyze regarding what you heard, to question it or look for it or know it more clearly. So datta means what you heard, be very clear about it, know very clearly. And then you can say, okay, I know that. And the third one is Vachasa Parichita. So Vachasa Parichita means try to internally verbalize it. And because what you heard, if it is very clear for you, you can bring it to words. That is a kind of like a power of the mind. You know, so as example, it's say in the Western world, kind of like so there's a concept that the power of visualization is the God. So some says, you know, we everybody have the God nature. What is that nature? The power of visualizing. Because if you can visualize something, that's mean that your visualization bring the creation. There's nothing happen in this world without visualization out of this human hand. So then the power of the mind in this material world is visualization. So then at the same way, power of the wisdom when it comes to very conventional life, remember that, verbalization. Just imagine when it comes to that, what you know, if you can verbalize, it is some kind of power. And sometimes we say, oh, I know it, but I can't say it. You know, from the ancient time, and when we look at the Buddha's teaching, that everything preserved, this all the sutras, what is that? That what he knew and he verbalized. Just imagine in case if we didn't hear that sutras, if you can't hear this by words, how are you going to understand it? So that is one thing. That doesn't mean you have to verbalize everything. No, that's example. When it comes to like a nibbana, you know, kind of like the happiness, transformation, certain things you can't verbalize. But at the same time, if the other person also come to the same level of understanding, there is no need kind of like a verbalization, communication, because it developed the communion, just appearing itself become the communication. So that is a different method. We don't need to go in that way. But today what we talk here, in this conventional life, without going to very ascetic way of life, how you can catch the wisdom path. So then develop that what you heard, what you read, what you saw, and you know it very clearly yourself. And then mentally you verbalize, and when you are capable to mentally verbalize, you know, you can explain it to others very well. So there are some very wise people, they can't explain it. Even in schools, you know, there are some teachers, they are very good with the subject. When they have to do something, they do it very well. But when they try to teach, they can't give it very clearly for the students. So then Vachasa Parichita means you internally verbalize, and at the same time, you are capable to bring it to words. And then your communication become very clear. Just imagine when your communication become very clear, what will happen? Whoever listen and gain the wisdom. So that's mean. Another secret, remember today, if you want to attain to liberation or the transformation or the nibbana, you can't do it by yourself. You need other people around you. So other people, knowingly or unknowingly, visibly or invisibly, they will help for you. So that is one thing. So then, whatever the background, the people around you, remember to use them as tools for your wisdom path. And then you don't reject anyone, because you know, when it comes to kind of like a toolbox, you keep it, you always keep it very close to you. You know, just imagine when you want to do some work, you know, you keep all the tools around you. So like that, if you use this, all the people around you, all the animals, all these material things as tools for your wisdom path, there is no idea to reject anybody. You allow things to be there very close to you. So then you feel comfortable about it. And when you feel comfortable about it, it's kind of like you welcoming it, and that makes comfortable for them to be there with you. So that is one of the beauty that you gain out of this practice. And the fourth one, so the first one sutta, second one datta, third one vachasa parichita, the fourth one manasanupekkita. And that means, so the mentally, internally, you have to contemplate. It's not just verbally you understand it. Deeply, thoroughly, mentally, you have to contemplate on that what you knew. So then you develop the ability of contemplation. So then just imagine when it comes to foundations, and when it comes to meditation, what we do, the contemplation. So contemplate on inhalation, exhalation, contemplate on the sensation, the body. So see, the same mental quality. Now you slowly, you know, aligning with the wisdom path. So contemplate. So for that, you have to have very clear, undisturbed mind, silence mind. So now you have the kind of, it is not the exactly tranquility meditation, but you get the taste. So that's important, you know, because sometimes, you know, you before you buy something big, large, you know, quantity, what you do, you just go for the, you know, little taste. So that is what we need, because that is what we're missing in our life. Not the big thing, it is there. You know, you are capable to gain the liberation. You are capable, you are already complete to attain to Nibbana liberation. What the missing point? Missing point is you didn't get the taste. That's why. Because once you have that taste, remember, no one can stop you. Why? Because you are belong to Nibbana. You know, that's why in the same Buddhism, it say the Buddha inside you. One day it will awake. No one can stop that. You know, even the Mara cannot do that. Mara can do only one thing. What? Mara can do, you know, the bring the death. That's it. You know? But once you capable to awake yourself, there is no way. No any power can hold you. So remember, you are already there. You are already complete. That's why I mentioned in the beginning, you are on the way, not out of the way. No, you are on the way. So be satisfied. That is one thing with the contentment. You are not far away from happiness. You are not far away from liberation. You are not far away from wisdom. You are not far away from success. You are on the way. So then, develop that the contemplation, that the ability, so it become a profitable skill for you. you develop it with the very conventional life, but when it comes to that mental practice, it start to transform to internal practice. See, now you slowly get into that. So what you need, and mentally be very clear, look into it, thoroughly, deeply, sharply analyze, develop the analytical method to know what it is, how it possible, how it can be like that. And the one should develop that, what happened, the fifth one, Ditya Suppati Vidya. So Ditya Suppati Vidya means your vision become more clear, sharp. So that is what important. And out of that sharp, clear vision, what happens? The transformation comes. So then the very purpose should be to get the very clear vision. So kind of like, when you want to see something, so you have to get into the right place. And maybe, hopefully, most of you, sometimes yesterday you watch fireworks. A lot of people gather, and watch fireworks. So when you want to watch fireworks, so one of the important thing what and you get the right point to catch the view. So once you have it, you are comfortable. You don't need to do anything. You just sit there and watch. Why? Because you get the view. But if something block your view, you can't see it. And then, it disturbs. So internally also the same. So then our purpose should be, out of this whole practice, out of the meditation, out of that our household life, in day-to-day activities, out of our conventional life, ordinary life, or spiritual life. So try to sharp your view. Don't try to change anything. Get the sharp, clear view. And in very technical way, regarding the meditation practice, what we say, direct perception. That is the technical word for that. So this is what happened. Ditya Suppati Vidya. So you get the very sharp, clear view regarding the whatever related to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, consciousness. So then, and when you have that very clear view, the appearance itself becomes the wisdom. Because then you don't need to think about it. When you see something, that appearance becomes the wisdom, knowledge. When you hear something, that hearing itself becomes the knowledge. You don't need to think and understand. So that is how you sharpening the wisdom day by day, day by day. So those are the 5 qualities that you can develop day by day out of this household life. So then, whatever the time you use, so the very first principle, don't reject anything regarding even yourself and regarding even outside world. So remember, you are on the way to liberation or the transformation. And at the same time, remember that all other things or the people around you, they are the tools for your change. So then, sutta, and open your mind. Don't afraid to be open. Don't afraid to accept. Don't afraid to be with any situation. And just remember to see it, hear it very clearly. And datta, what you knew, what you got, what you catch, what you hold, and make sure what it is and be very clear with it. Vachasa parichita, transform it to words and give your best shot for that. And don't afraid to explain it. Because if you very clear with inside you, there is no problem that you can bring it to words. But if you don't know it inside, it doesn't matter whatever the audience, you can't bring it to words that whatever the people around you, they're not going to get anything out of your communication. Vachasa parichita and the manasanu. So that reflect on it, contemplate on it, mentally try to focus and develop undisturbed mind, be with undisturbed mind, and make sure yourself to establish with that deeper inner wisdom and ditya supati vidya, and bring the vision, be very clear with the view, the mental view that hold, develop the clarity with it, have a sharp, very clear view. And once you have that all 5 qualities, and day by day, day by day, day by day, any situation, any environment become an opportunity for you to become a better person. So that is where you learn to accept things, you're ready to be with things, you feel so comfortable with the people, so the situations, and other people also feel comfortable. And that way, you develop the method, and by the time you are capable to pick the other level of your spiritual practice. So with that, now we get ready ourselves to practice little bit. So your right palm on your left and make it straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens through the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Nittavata-cha-mi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Attaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jaravya Dimaranam Ha Paribundisami Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vanghotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.